standing right
Or
there.
an historical reenactment, and I turn it over.
Bill's doing this. What's that mean?
Closer, closer. Yes.
The clan of the seminar were summoned. Ndisu Shaman, Tom Tom Discern, had a vision. The clan was to travel many miles to the place where they now stood. They were to dance with the ghosts of the past and help build them a dwelling of the earth. So the shaman set forth with his assistant, B. Cumming Gray, 15 wise women, and 2 braves, Old Norse Otter, and the young brave Choo Choo, who was training.
We had a great trip from North Dakota to Canada and back again, and I took some notes to share about
We all loaded up on the first day and headed out, stopping at the Freed Sisters to eat.
Blashindas!
Then we loaded up the van again, heading to the Indian villages.
Look, a train!
Get trains!
The clan journeyed to the river of the Knife. There they found a breast of Grandmother Earth. Long ago, Grandmother Earth said, "My breasts shall be the earth lodges of my children to dwell in. As my children grow, they shall make many earth lodges, and I shall have many breasts. But now there is just one, and it gives only the milk of the past."
Then we went to see the Earth Lodge of the Mandan and the Hadassi tribes.
And after we left the earth lodges, we loaded up the vans again. We drove until we came to Teddy Roosevelt Park.
The clan stopped at the park of Chief Head on the Mountain with Big Teeth. Choo Choo asked an old buffalo if he could take his image so that he could be reborn on the internet. Old buffalo said yes.
And we saw a buffalo, and the buffalo was about 5 tons, and he was running along the
None of
side.
these people care how much it weighed or when we saw it. We want to know the symbolic
You don't remember
meaning of seeing a
James
buffalo.
stopped and went back to take the picture.
Hutmugger!
The clan came to the place of the Germans who came from Russia. The wind was angry and tried to blow them away. The wise women laughed and threw mud at the wind. The wind swirled the mud into a hut for the ghost to dwell in. Shaman Tom Tom named the wind Hut Maker.
Remember when we were at the Hutmaker estate and I did all that work and I built 5 walls by myself?
And then on the 7th day you rested.
Whatever.
Look, another train!
Get
trains!
The Great Spirit said to himself, "I am everywhere. I need a place to hold my omnipresence." So he created Saskatchewan. It was not big enough to hold his omnipresence, but it was a good try.
We drove across the Canadian border.
I think it's important to note in Stegner's day, he didn't believe in boundary.
There was just a line of medicine between the U.S. and Canada.
Stegner believed in the unity of the community as opposed to the distinction of the 49th
Yeah,
parallel.
whatever.
What Stegner actually wrote was, "We ignored the international boundary in ways and to degrees that would have been impossible if it had not been a line almost completely artificial."
All I know is that we are now entering that magical land of
Stegner country!
I may not know where I come from, but I know where I am. No.
Excuse me, it does not say East End in the book, but White Mud.
Don't you think that was Stegner
No!
talk about
No!
the development
No!
of the land?
No.
Cypress
No, I don't
Hills! Just as Stegner had done, we retraced our way to Main Street and went down to the confectionery store run by a Greek.
Jack's Place!
Garlic and honey ribs!
Wait a minute. How can it be a Greek confectionery when it's actually a restaurant? Hello, it's not, it doesn't make
Rice
candies.
pudding?
Let me tell the story historically. Stegner went to the restaurant and spoke to Uncle Pete. He asked Uncle Pete if Uncle Pete recognized him. What Uncle Pete said was, "I know you, you son of a bitch."
You don't know history! You heard that someone who heard that someone from a story who heard that someone from... Why don't you tell us something you know about?
Okay, I know about coolies. Okay, here's what I know. A coolie is a depression in the land that acts as a windshield, thus that it provided
Again.
winter quarters for the First Nation people.
None of these
Yeah,
people care about that. They care
Then
that
they
on the
need to
day in
get
the
with the
coulee, we
program.
climbed early in the morning to the top.